What's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. I'm going to hook you guys up with one play in baseball, and also it's going to be 4 batter props. I also have 2 additional batter props, but those are going to be for the VIP. Also, make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to hook you up. Actually, I'm going to glance and give you the lean, one of the leans that I like, one play for sure, and then 4 batter props. If you like that sort of information, guys, please, before I get started, and you want the edge. So basically, if you want the edge over the sports books, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Yesterday, I'm gonna announce a winner for 1 week VIP. Somebody, all they did was leave a comment, and I said, if you leave a comment on the video, which they did, I'm gonna show that winner right now. So I do have the winner already. If you want your chance to win one free week for VIP, all you have to do is when this video posts, not on the live, but when it actually posts, all you need to do is put a comment. All right, guys, let me get right into this. So this was, I'm going to get into the quick, let me first give the winner. Give me a second here. So here's the winner from yesterday's comment. So the 1 week free VIP, all I did was just chose a random comment. As you can see right there, I grabbed the URL for there and I put the random comment. So congratulations to, who is this person? Give me a second. Sharon R8619. I actually commented inside your comment as well. So you're the winner for the 1 week free VIP, which is worth $50. Congratulations to you. Make sure you send me a message, or also send me a text message. Say, hey, I'm the one that won, 630-447-9504. So congratulations. If you want your chance to win one free week VIP, make sure you comment on the video when I post it. All right, guys, let's get started here. Let me turn off this text. So it was a little very, very slight green day, which makes it a 2-day winning streak, but it was a very slight win. So it was nothing crazy. All right, so this was the Mets at a -1.5. You can see that hit barely. It was 5-3. So they ended up winning that game by 2. So we hit that. And then we had Jackson Holiday, which was good. And then Elliot Ramos, he actually got 2 hits, but we don't care about that. He only needed 1 hit for us. Somebody told me in the comments that I don't like parlays and that they parlayed all 3 of them together. It's not that I don't like it. When there's a certain percentage of so like, for example, right here, this is 270, which is very high odds. You can see this is 260. It's very high odds. This is 175. That's actually quite high odds as well. But I'm willing to pay the juice on these plays because they're hitting at such a high rate. I don't need to parlay them. If I get to the point where I have to force a parlay, then I'm not doing my job. So this is actually very high odds, and I'm actually do parlay them when I need to. When it's like -300, -310, and above, and so on, I do parlay them. It's not that I don't like it, but if I can get it, if I know that it's hitting at a high rate, I don't need to parlay them. Unless the juice is super heavily favored. So anyways, I hope that makes sense. I'm going to share one play in baseball. I'm going to give you the lean, one of the teams that I really do like. I'm actually going to go watch them today. And then I'm going to share 4 batter props as well. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so. All right, let me pull this out a little bit. I know this is a little hard to see, but I'm gonna just quickly go right through it. Okay, so let me see. So the first game, guys, is going to be the Brewers versus Cincinnati Reds. This is going to be one of my plays that it's pretty much an underdog play. It's Brewers versus Reds. The line actually shifted from a 108 to a 105, plus 108 to a plus 105. So they're still underdogs. There's a very slight line move. Usually I like to see a very big line move, but in this case, it's not. The Reds is actually going in the opposite direction. Let me kind of zoom in a little bit. The line is actually going in the opposite direction for the Reds. They were favored at a -120. Now they're at 126. Now they're at -120. So there's a contradiction of the line move. 55% of the money or the public money is coming in. 55% of the handle, and 82% of the money is coming in on the Brewers. So there's a big discrepancy there. But the line is still shifting in their favor. So you got to think about this. If only 55% of the handle is coming in on the Brewers, then why is Why is the line shifting? What's up, man? Good morning. So that's one of the main things. Okay. So there's not a lot of money. There's not a lot of handle coming in, but the line is shifting. That means the sharp money is hitting the Brewers. And there's a lot of reasoning behind it that I believe I found why. Brewers are showing both sharp and big money action. Brewers are getting shorter odds, reverse line move, clear indication that the sharp smart money is backing up Milwaukee. There's reasons for that. We took the Reds yesterday. We took the Reds to get 8 hits, and they lost. So I actually had some notes right here. The Reds, we had them yesterday. This was one of the losses, was over 7.5 hits. They did not get that. The Cubs just ended up whooping them, which I actually said I like the Cubs, and I stopped because of the pitching. But it was a mistake because the Cubs did win, and these guys did not. So then we had Jonah Heim. All of a sudden, the Texas Rangers are superstars. They won 8-1. The other time we went with an under RBI, they won 5-0 as well. And this dude got 3 RBIs. Anyways, this is the Reds. They lost yesterday to the Cubs. Okay, so let's get back to this. The reason I bring that up is because they're playing against the Brewers today. Not really. I'm just talking about 2 plays. I just gave away the free winner for the comment yesterday. I'm going to give you guys 1 play. I'm going to give you guys a lean that I really like, and then I'm going to hook you up with 4 batter props. Somebody was just asking what we went through. All right. So the Brewers are on a 4-game winning streak. In the last 10 games, they've outscored opponents by 25 runs. Think about that. In the last 10 games, they've outnumbered the runs by 25. Batting average is almost .300, which is excellent. ERA for pitching is 3.36. The road performance is great as well when they're on the road, which like they are today. Now you compare that to the Reds. They're 14-14 at home, so they're a 500 team at home. The last 10 are 4-6. Batting average is lower, and then the ERA is horrible compared to the Brewers. And the unders are also trending for the Reds. Just like I said yesterday, they only scored, I think, 2 runs. And they had like 4 hits for the whole game. Okay, so I'm not going to get into all these details here, but just telling you the 4.6 ERA for the Reds compared to the Brewers has a 6.0, but he has less. Less history. Okay. So, anyways, that's why there's another thing here too. The rank for the Brewers for the OPS, they're number 3 in the last 7 days. So basically what I'm trying to say is that the on-base percentage for the Brewers, they're getting on base a lot more than all the other teams in the last 7 games. They're number 3. You compare that to the Reds are number 13. So that's a big differential on on-base percentage. Kristen Yelich has 12 home runs, 39 RBIs. Churrillo, he's a power threat. Then on the other side, you got Ellie De La Cruz, which is very decent as well. But his entire offense is struggling. Now we got the Brewers. They led the season so far when they've played each other 3-1. So the biggest ones I'm going to mention here, the Reds are 3-7. Brewers are 7-3. The pitching is a little questionable, but the offense is a lot stronger, like I already showed. So if they can kind of get over the first 5 innings or whatever, the bullpen and everything, the Brewers should be able to come through on top. This is the projections, 5.0 versus the Reds at a 4.7. That's why it's so similar. And then you can see the last 5 games, the Brewers won all 5 games or at least covered the spreads. You compare that to the Reds, just like I said, they lost yesterday. And they've only won 3 out of the last 5 games. Jeff says, good morning. I love the info on the games and the info on the sharp money. Yeah, thank you, man. So this is what I'm going with, guys. I'm going with the Brewers straight up. Okay, I was going to get the plus 1.5. I was going to try to be cute with it and all that stuff, but I just said, you know what? Let me just throw it in there. It's pretty much at a plus 105 is what I got it at, something like that. I can't show my slips anymore, but I did get it at a plus 105 or something like. Let me make sure. Give me a second. This is Monday. Oh, I don't even have my slip in here. Give me a second. I threw this out to the VIP way earlier today. Yeah, I got it out of plus 105. I just wanted to confirm that, so I'm not bullshitting you guys or anything. So if you're not on the live right now and you're gonna once you see this video and the recording, make sure you drop a comment. I already gave away 1 free week VIP. All you have to do is leave a comment. If you do that, you got a chance to get a 1 week free VIP, which is $50 for free. All right. So let me keep going here. So the 4 batter props I'm going to hook you up with, man, this is the same team I just mentioned, which is the same guy. He's one of their best power hitters, is Jackson Chiriot to get 1 hit. I'm not going to get into all the details, but look at how many times he's coming up to bat. Like I mentioned, the Brewers are number 3 in the last 7 days, number 3 and over the entire league to get on base. So they are getting on base a lot. That's why you see this guy gets up to bat about 5 times per game. He's exceeded this line 10 out of the last 10 out of the last 12 games. He's faced this pitcher 3 times and he's gotten a hit already. So he does have some history there. Then we got the second guy, Jackson Merrill from the Padres, to get 1 hit, 80% hit rate between 4 and 5 times. These 2 games, I guess they didn't score a lot. Their on-base percentage for the Padres is pretty bad. So he's getting less chances to come up to bat. But overall, in the last 11 games, he's gotten a hit 9 times. Plus, this is very powerful. He's faced this guy, Logan Webb, 7 times, and he's gotten 5 hits against him. So that's very, very good. 80% hit rate and almost like a 75% hit rate against this pitcher. So this guy right here, I had to get this. I'm going to be straight up with you, man. This guy right here is very, very, very expensive. That's exactly, you have to find something to put them together with. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Look how expensive this is. Minus 350, minus 360, minus 400, minus 435. So there is no way that you can get this guy straight up and make it work. And the reason this is so inflated, he got 5 hits yesterday. Look at this. They only scored twice, but this dude got 5 hits. Not yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. So 90% hit rate between 4 and 5 times. This game, I don't know what the hell happened. He must have got injured or something, or they just didn't score anything, or they got shut out or something. Anyways, he's exceeded this line 15 out of the last 19 games, 90% hit rate. So, like I said, he got 5 hits yesterday. And then we got Eliot Ramos. We had this dude yesterday. He got 1 hit for us. He actually got 2 hits in the game, but we only needed 1. So he came through and got 1 hit. So 80% hit rate between 4 or 5 times at bat. And then he's got 7 straight games at home with a hit. So I'm going to kind of go through real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go right through here. So just to be straight up, I'm going with the Brewers. I'm going to be just straight up Brewers at a plus 105. Then I like the Tigers. I'm going against my own team here. I have my cousin's husband. So my cousin's husband has season tickets, and he's right behind the dugout. So I'm going to have pictures of that. I'm going to be there at the game for the White Sox today. They're going against the Tigers, and I love the White Sox, but I'm going against them today. I don't like doing that when I'm there live, but I don't give a shit. There's no emotion in this. Tigers should win this. I'm not going to get into all the details. The line is shifting. The public money is there. The batting is there. The pitching is there. Everything is pointing towards Tigers. I'm not going to get into all those details, but they have a lot of information. You can see how much information I have. Everything is pointing towards the Tigers. I'm not going to tell you guys how I'm doing it. That's for the VIP. I already threw it in there this morning on how I'm playing that for the Tigers. And then I gave you guys the Brewers. This is a little bit. This one's more of a 50-50 chance. But if it hits, it's at a plus number, so it's worth the risk in my opinion. So like I said, 5.0 versus 4.7 on the projections. We got Jackson Chiriot, which backs up that Brewers play that I just said. Jackson Merrill for the Padres to get 1 hit, Xavier Edwards to get a hit, and then Eliot Ramos. So one thing I will tell you guys is I have some under RBIs. So under RBIs were very, very, very good. And it's already right around the 50 game mark. And they've been very solid, I would say, for the last 40 days or so. And now all of a sudden they're just shitting the bed, and it's ruining my plays and stuff like that. So what I decided to do is I'm actually going to drop it back down to half a unit, and I'm gonna just kind of start staying away from these under RBIs. So I threw 2 of them in there in a VIP already, but I'm just telling you straight up, if you see my under RBIs, be more careful with them because they've been very they've been decreasing. Not only that, but it's a very high odd. So the odds are extremely high on these because they hit at such a high rate. Let me actually give you one of these just so you can see what the hell I'm talking about. So this is one of them for today. So I'm giving you one of them. I was not going to do this, but I'll do it because I wanted to explain something. So right here, Edgar Cuero, under RBI, you can see he's hitting this at 100% hit rate. In the last 10 games, in the last 20 games, he's gotten 2 RBIs. In the last 10, he's got 0. And then you look over here, look how expensive this is. 325, 339, all the way to 355. So the odds are extremely expensive for the under RBIs. So these have to be hitting at an extremely high rate if you're taking them straight up. And if you put them together with somebody else, they kill the 2-leg or 3-leg, whatever it is. He's failed to exceed this 11 straight games. His WRC plus is under 100. So everything is decent. Everything looks very good. And that's what I've been doing. I've been doing this research, and I've already talked about this a lot, like how I come up with these. But the problem is that now, all of a sudden, in the last, I would say, week to a week and a half, they have been getting RBIs. So I don't know if all of a sudden they're catching up to the pitching now or whatever it is. I'm going to be more careful. I did not expect to talk about this, so I kind of went on a little rant there. What I'm telling you is that these under RBIs are not as profitable as they were last week or 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to be more careful with these, and you might want to do that if you see mine come through. Yeah, you're welcome, man. So once again, guys, this is the person that won the contest for the 1-week free pass. It's Sharon R8619. Send me a text message and say, hey, send me a screenshot of you logged into your account. Just say, hey, I won the 1-week VIP, and I'll hook you guys up. The way you're going to win this is just go to the link whenever I post this video, not on the live, but on the actual video. Just comment, like, and subscribe and say, hey, I like your content, or whatever you want to say. Even if you want to fade me, whatever you think, like you suck, whatever you want to say. As long as it's a comment, I'll do a random picker, and then you get a chance for $50 VIP 1 week for free. All right, guys. I don't see any other comments. Sometimes this thing drags where I don't see the comments until they come in later. I do see a few comments here, but those were already answered. Yeah, I don't see anything else, guys. So I gave you guys four props and 1 play and then 1 lean. Okay, so thank you so much, man. Let's have another great day. 2-day winning streak. Yesterday was very slight green day, but I'm actually glad about that because it was Sunday, and it's riskier on Sundays, in my opinion. So either way, 2-day winning streak. Let's keep it going, man. Thank you.